Hi fashion lovers, happy Easter to all my wonderful subscribers, both new and returning subscribers. You all are welcome. Here in this video tutorial, I'm going to take you guys on how to draft and cut this asymmetric neckline dress with a scallop gathered hemline. It's going to be a simple and a well-detailed video tutorial, and all you have to do is watch this video till the end. Subscribe to this channel, like, comment and share with your friends. And if you have any question regarding to this video tutorial, do well to drop it on the comment section. I'll be there to attend to you. So guys, let's get started. To start off with this video tutorial, on my pattern paper here, as you can see, I'm gonna help to draw my shoulder line. This is my bust line, under bust line, waistline, hip line and my hemline. Okay, I'm going to use this full pattern paper length as my full dress length. So what I have here as my pattern paper full dress length is 36 inches. Okay, then here from shoulder to my bust line is 10 inches, to my under bust is 13 inches, to my waistline is 16 inches, and down to my hip is 26 inches. Okay, then the next thing to do here is to take my shoulder measurement. Coming over to my shoulder line, I'm going to take my shoulder measurement of 16 inches divided by 2 is going to give me 8 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark my 8 inches point, which is this point. Then from my marked point, I'm going to come down by 1 inch to mark my shoulder slope. And from my shoulder slope point, I'm going to come down by 7 inches to mark for my armhole length. Okay, then I'll go ahead and connect all my marked points. And this line here will serve as my chest line. Okay, this line here will serve as my chest line. Then the next thing to do here is to take my neckline width. Okay, for my front pattern, my neckline width, I'll be making use of 4 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark my point, then connect it to my shoulder slope. After that, to take my armhole curve, I'm going to divide what I have here. So my armhole length here is 7 inches divided by 2 is going to give me 3.5 inch. Okay, so I'll mark 3.5 inch. Then I'm going to go in here by half an inch. Okay, I'm going to come in here by half an inch. At my chest line, I'm going to take my round bust circumference to create my armhole curve. So my round bust circumference is 35 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 8.8 inches. So I'll mark my 8.8 inches here, then add 1.5 inch hemming allowance. Okay, then I'll go ahead and connect these 3 points together. Then the next thing to do here is to take my nipple to nipple measurement. Okay, coming over to my bust line, I'm going to take my nipple to nipple measurement, and my nipple to nipple measurement is 8 inches divided by 2 is going to give me 4 inches. So from my bust line, I'm going to mark 4 inches down to my hip line. Then I'll go ahead and draw a straight line. Then the next thing to do here is to create my dart legs. Okay, coming over to my waistline, I'm going to take half inch from both sides of my nipple to nipple line. Okay, so I'm going to mark half inch here and half an inch here. Okay, then to my bust line, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. Okay, which is this point, 1 inch. Then from this point, I'm going to connect it to my dart space, to my dart leg. From my waistline, I'm also going to go down by 5 inches. Okay, which is this point here. Then I'll also connect my dart legs to this point. So guys, this is it. Then after that, the next thing to do here, I'm going to divide my shoulder measurement, okay, as to get my midpoint. So what I have here at my shoulder is 4 inches and my midpoint here is 2 inches, which is this point here. Okay, then I'm going to connect it to meet my bust point. Okay, this is how to create a shoulder dart. Can you see what I'm doing? Then for my dart's legs, I'm going to take out ½ inch from both sides. Okay, I'm going to take out ½ inch here and ½ inch here. Then I'm going to connect it. Okay, can you see that? Then the next thing to do here is to take our neckline length. Okay, to create your asymmetric neckline, it depends on how low you want your asymmetric neckline to be. Okay, so me, I'm going to go down here by 4.5 inch. Okay, which is this point, 4.5 inch. Then I'll draw a straight line here. This is for my neckline. Okay, this line here is for my neckline. Then I'm going to replace this star space that I took here. I'm going to add it up here. Okay, so I'll go ahead and add up 1 inch, which is here. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? I'll add up 1 inch. From this point, my curve line here, I'll move out by 1 inch as to create armhole curve. Okay, can you see that? Then I'll go ahead and curve for my armhole. So this armhole line here is our new armhole. Can you see that? This armhole line here is for our new armhole. The next thing to do here is to take my basic body measurement. Okay, so coming over to my bust line, my bust circumference of 35 inch divided by 4 is going to give me 8.8. Okay, I'm going to mark my 8.8 inches point here, then add 1.5 inch here. Okay, to my underbust, circumference of 29 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 7.2 inches. So I'll mark my 7.2 inches here, then add 1.5 inch hemming allowance. Down to my waistline, my waist circumference is 30 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 7.5 inch. So I'll go ahead and mark my 7.5 inch, then add 1.5 inch hemming allowance. Okay, to my hip line, my hip circumference of 38 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 9.5 inch. Okay, so I'll go ahead and mark my 9.5 inch, also add my 1.5 inch hemming allowance, which is here. Then I'm going to measure what I have here. Okay, so what I have here is 11 inches. Then I'll also go ahead and take it at my hem line, 11 inches. I'll mark it at my hemline, which is this point here. Then I'll go ahead and connect all my marked points. So guys, this is it. Okay, then the next thing to do here is to create our stylish gathers. Okay, so coming over to my hip line, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to mark 3.5 inch. Okay, 3.5 inch. I'm going to take 3.5 inch, 3.5 inch, take another 3.5 inch. Okay, so then I'll go ahead and draw a straight line. This is for our stylish curve gathers. Okay, to create that curve at our dress. Then after that, I'm going to move up at the center of my space here. I'm going to move up by 1 inch. Okay, 1 inch. I'm going to move up here by 1 inch. Can you see what I'm doing? Then I will use my curve ruler to create my curve. Okay, then I'll also go ahead to create my pleats. Okay, So guys, I'll go ahead and cut this out. Okay, so guys, the next thing to do here is to create our asymmetric neckline. Okay, so I'm going to open this up like this. You can see I've gone ahead to extend my lines. So here is my neckline point. So I'm going to curve for my neckline this way. Okay, remember that this is our neckline. This end here is for our neckline. So I'm going to curve this way. Then I'll go ahead and cut this out. Then after that, here I'm going to come in here by 1.5 inch. Okay, here 1.5 inch. Then I'll go ahead and cut this out. So guys, can you see our front pattern? Okay, so guys, the next thing to do here is to cut for our back pattern. Okay, so guys, to draft for my back pattern, as you can see here, I've gone ahead to give my zipper allowance of 1 inch. Okay, so here is my shoulder line, bust line, waistline, my hip line, and my hemline. Okay, then the next thing to do here, we are going to take our shoulder measurement just the same way we did for the front pattern. So I'm going to mark 8 inches here for my shoulder measurement. I'll mark 8 inches here. Then I'm going to go down by 1 inch to mark for my shoulder slope. Then I'll go down by 7 inches to mark for my armhole length. Then for my back neckline width, I'll also be making use of 4 inches. Okay, so I'll mark my point here. Then for my armhole curve, I'm going to take my round bust circumference, which is 35 inches, divided by 4 is going to give me 8.8 inches. So I'm going to mark 8.8 inches here. Then add my 1.5 inch hemming allowance. Then I'll go ahead and connect it. Then the next thing to do here is to take our basic body measurement. So coming over to my bust line, my bust circumference of 35 inch divided by 4 is going to give me 8.8. So I'll go ahead and mark my 8.8 inches. Then add 1.5 inch hemming allowance, which is here. To my waistline, my waist circumference of 30 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 7.5 inch. So I'll mark my 7.5 inch point. Then add my hemming allowance of 1.5 inch. Down to my hip line, my hip circumference of 38 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 9.5 inch. Then I will also add my 1.5 inch, which is this point here. Okay, so I'll measure what I have here, which is 11 inches. Then I'll take it at my hemline. Okay, 11 inches, which is here. Then I'll go ahead and connect all my marked points. Then the next thing to do here is to mark for my dart. Okay, so coming over to my waistline, I'm going to take 4 inch for my nipple to nipple measurement, which is here. Okay, then for my back pattern dart, I'll be moving up by 10 inches. Okay, I'll be moving up by 10 inches, which is this point. Okay, then I'll also go down by 5 inches, which is this point. Okay, So I'll go ahead and draw a straight line. Then the next thing to do here, I'm going to take out ½ inch from both sides of my waistline, from my nipple to nipple line. Okay, I'm going to take out ½ inch. Okay, then I'll connect it like this. To contour for my zipper allowance, okay, at my waistline, I'm going to move in by 0.6 inches, okay, which is this point, 0.6 inches. Then I'm going to connect it, okay, from my bust line. I'm going to contour, okay, to avoid zipper bulge. I'm going to contour like this, okay. Then I'll also take it down to my hip. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? I took it down to my hip. This is how to contour for your zipper allowance, okay. Then this 0.6 inches we took, then I'm also going to add it up here, okay. I'm going to add it up here. So mark. Okay, so this is it. Then the next thing to do here is also to create our stylish gathers, okay. So I'm going to take 4 inches here, okay, then mark 3.5 inch here, okay. Then I will be moving up by 1 inch, okay. I will move up from here by 1 inch, okay, to create my curve, my stylish curve. Okay, then I'll use my curve ruler to connect it. Then I'll also go ahead to create my pleats, okay. So I'll use my curve ruler to line for my pleats. Then the next thing to do here is to take our neckline width, okay. For our back pattern neckline width, I'll be taking it down by 4.5 inch. Remember that this is an asymmetric neckline, okay, 4.5 inch. Then I'll also go ahead and draw a straight line, okay. So guys, I'll go ahead and cut this out.
So here I went ahead to retake my zipper allowance of 1 inch as to match up with my contour, just the way you see me doing it here.
So guys, I'll go ahead and open this up, okay. Then here I'll go ahead to create my asymmetric neckline, okay, for my back pattern. Then I'll go ahead and curve for my neckline, okay. Then also remember to go in here from armhole here by 1.5 inch, okay. So guys, I'll go ahead and cut this out. Okay, so guys, this is it for our back pattern. Okay, this is for our back pattern.
So guys, this is basically how to draft your asymmetric neckline dress. Do well to hit on the subscription button, subscribe to this channel, like, comment and share with your friends. And if you have any question regarding to this tutorial, drop it on the comment section. I will be there to attend to you. Thank you guys for watching and see you on my next video tutorial.